Hi, this is Julia Widdop with Talk Story TV, and I have with me this morning Debbie Anderson. And we were just talking about synchronicity, and we want to continue that conversation with you all. So give us a little bit of your background on what you feel is the purpose of synchronicity.
I think the purpose of synchronicity, and I know Eckhart Tolle has written a lot about being in the now, but I truly believe when we are present, when we turn up for anything, we're there. So and I always say, go from the heart center, don't go to the mind chatter. Oh my gosh, the monkey mind is our total slayer. It's being there. It's being present. I shared the story, and I'll share it again now, and I'll, change the names to Save the Innocent kind of thing. We've had some people, my husband and I have had some people in our life that we allowed to go on their journey with love and life and all the rest of it. So they haven't been in our life for some time. And on Sunday, for some reason, I wanted to try and find somebody else on Facebook. In the process of trying to find that person on Facebook, I came across the people that we had let go with love. And I just viewed the pictures and everything, and I was smiling and thinking, well, they look happy, and, I'm really glad for them and so forth. So fast forward to yesterday, my husband and I are at the moment in Mazatlan in Mexico. We're here for 5 months, and we've been enjoying it. Absolutely glorious. And just close by to us, the cruise ships come in. And yesterday, he just said, we were going on our walk, and he says, oh, I wonder which cruise ship that is. And I said, well, there aren't as many coming in now. Told him the name of this ship, and off we went on our merry day. We came back, and he checked his email, and he said, oh my goodness, you will never believe this. I'm going, I will, let's share it. So the people that we had let go, the people that I had found on Facebook, are coming into Mazatlan in a couple of weeks' time on that ship. Now, all of those little things all had to come into place, and then backing up from that, we were thinking that we might abort and go home back to Canada a month earlier. But when we looked at the flights, it was just crazy. Spirit were keeping us here for this. So were we, and this is what I say to people, this is what I love about the synchronicity of being in now. When we go back, those ripple effects, were we supposed to be in Mazatlan when 2 years ago we were meant to be going to Colombia and ended up in Mazatlan for this moment that's coming up in 2 weeks' time?
Wow. Yeah. So it could have been guided all along.
Exactly. So I always think there are never a mistake in your life. I have people say, well, I got spirit guiding me, and I felt this was the course I needed to go on, and this was what I needed to do, and I get there, and it was awful. And I go, okay, step back from the course and what you perceived it to be. Who did you meet there? What other things did you see? What other people did you speak to? There was some nugget, there was some reason you were put there at that time. Maybe it wasn't the course. Maybe it was that one person you had that 2-minute conversation with. And maybe it wasn't for you. Maybe it was for them.
Yeah.
And we never know that. We truly never know that. And, I call them opportunities. Some people deem them that we have lessons to learn. I call them opportunity to learn every single day. Don't touch the stove when it's on, it's hot, burns fingers, like small children, even though we know that sometimes I go to clean the plate and I'm going, that was rather stupid. It was hot, you knew that, but have all these experiences every single day. And the thing is, what I try and even remind myself, as I was saying beforehand, my name's Debbie, so I can be a Debbie doubter, I've got a name that goes with it. So I have to really check in with me, and I mean check in with my heart when my head is doing this kind of thing that it does in our humanness. We're here having a human experience, and the reason being, because in spirit, there is no emotion. We're just pure love. So when we're pure love, for us as spiritual beings to experience love, to experience pain, to experience confusion, frustration, anger, traumas, the only way we can do it is to incarnate here on this very dense, solid, real time environment. 24 hours, that's all we have, 24 hours in every single day. And we get to experience that. But what I keep, because some people go, well, I'm concluding I'm supposed to be here just to suffer. I'm going, Spirit never really is about the joy and love. If we went back into that point within our heart, in our spirit, our soul essence, our vibration, as it were, we would remember that. And that's what we do. Sometimes we get pulled back in to be reminded during sleep state, maybe in dreams, maybe that one prayer that gets sent to us in some form or another. But that's it. It's being open to it. And that's what I call synchronicity, the timing, the effect. And then we can all go back and go, oh yeah, that happened here. But really, it was something right down here that this was associated with. So, synchronicity for me is we get up, we have choices from the moment we open our eyes. We have choices whether to engage or disengage. Yeah. We have choices whether to be happy or sad. Because we are in control of our thoughts. Nobody else owns or operates this area of us, only us. So,
anyway.
Well, as I say, when we have those blue days, and we all do have them, go grab a pot of ice cream, sit down and just veg out and let it go past. Don't fight it. I think they even now refer to it as mental health days.
Yeah.
For people.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just need that shut out.
Yes.
Sadly, we all around us, and I mean that big ball of wax that surrounds us, is a mix of negative coming through. News, media, we get cut off on the, we're driving to work, we get cut off, and it can all build up, it compounds us to the point when we feel suppressed. So, I like to call it the law of the garbage truck. And I don't heard that because the law of the garbage truck is about, we can throw all that garbage in the back here and carry it with us. Or we can just go, you know what, shifts happen. As I like to say, shift or get off the pot. And some people go, did you say an F there? And I go, yes, I did. Okay. Shift or get off the pot. Well, maybe you need to do that as well. I don't know. Shifts happen every single day. And the reason they happen is because maybe we need to be moved to, from, or around into that position.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, we can have shifty days, as I call them, because they can be shifty. They can be really really?
Yeah, like, what's going on here?
And I throw my hands up and look up to the heavens and go, really? This
is a little much.
Oh my goodness, especially, this year, more so than any other year. We're in 2018, so that's 9, so we're in 11 year. If you add 2018, it adds up to 11. And okay. 11 is the 11, 22, and 33. And I'm not into a great deal of numerology. So if anybody is listening to this, like, oh, she's got it all wrong, I probably have. But 11 is like the Christ head, 22, 33. Oh, so okay. This year especially is about, we've had blockades, we've had holdups, we've had hurdles, we've had opportunities that we've had to overcome for our own personal good. And now this is doing the work, stepping up with integrity. And I'm using that word very strongly here, because if you're doing the BS, Spirit will kick your ass and you'll be out of here. We've had too much of the BS. within the kind of work we do, within our world, everything. And as we see this actually happening around us, what is also occurring with it worldwide at the moment is people waking up and going, enough. People are making that now conscious decision to be there, standing in that
stepping
moment,
up.
in that now, and saying, enough, or this needs to change, or we can't have this anymore. And this year especially, oh my goodness, it is so there in our faces. But we have to also remember not to get to engage too much in the negativity of that.
Yes, yeah.
I see it and I go, okay, this is really great. So this is going to change here. We've got kids in America, and I think across the world, that are standing up and saying, no guns in schools. And these are the future voters.
Now let's hope they do carry that a little further and say no more wars.
I think it's beautiful.
No guns anywhere.
These are all these spirit beings that were put here, and we've had the indigos, we've had all the different children that have been placed here. Now they're being activated. Now they're standing up. I think our world is in beautiful hands, and the changes are happening. What's it's blowing in the wind kind of thing. I truly believe that, and it warms my heart to see this. It is about integrity. It is about honor. It's about standing in your truth, whatever that truth is for you, and turning up, being there. I went on my first march ever.
You did?
I know. I'm 60 and I'm going, holy mackerel. I was brought up in the UK. Yes, this is not a Canadian accent. But I was brought up in the UK, so there was never things like going on a peace march or anything like that at all. Right. And of course, my background was very Christian, small community kind of thing, so that was definitely something you wouldn't have encountered. So in I think it was January this year, I got to go on the Women's March here in Mazatlan, and it felt so good. It felt so good. I was a small body of people. And then afterwards found that, I was taking a huge risk, because if you're caught here and, if there's a march and something goes wrong, you'll get oofted out of the country. So I'm going, obviously Spirit wanted me to do this, protected me, and nothing happened. It was just a bunch of women that were trying to say, we need to stand up. We need to be the voice. We need to be the change. And yes, we were being photographed and videoed, and I'm like this at the camera with the police. My face is now on record somewhere with, keep an eye on this weird lady. She waves at us. I have nothing to fear but fear itself, isn't it? That's what the statement it said. So yeah, I truly believe that the changes are coming within us. And for those that are just feeling it welling up, step into that space and just embrace it.
Yes.
It is going to mean change. Yes, of course it does. For something to end or something to begin, something has to end.
Right. And unfortunately, our interview has got to end here pretty soon. So I want to invite our listeners to come join the website at travelingshamans.com and keep an eye out. Debbie's going to come to Colorado as a traveling shaman. Watch for it.
I'd love to.
For this interview, and maybe we'll do some webinars or something too.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
Feel very blessed. Thank you.